right, and welcome to another beautiful day, evening, night in the city of Baltimore, y'all. This is XTY. This is T and
a yoga tea price.
what happened, T? Did it freeze up? You got a little frozen. I was like, wait a minute. Now I
You
know
were frozen like crazy.
Hot tea, hot tea, hot tea. Happy Monday. Happy February 1st. Happy snow day. Happy all of that. How is everything going?
Everything is wonderful.
Can you see me? Okay, good.
Oh, yes, I can.
You freezing up a little bit. Yo, it's probably Xfinity because they are bootleg, and I cussed them out a couple of days ago, so they probably trying to pay me
It's
back.
probably the snow. Maybe the snow. You got to weigh it. Maybe it's the snow.
Damn, ain't no damn snow. Ain't no.
We
Now,
are
listen,
When it rains and
rain,
stuff, it
so
messes up.
communicate.
Yeah.
what T? See,
See, we
it's
did none of that.
they messing with me. It's Comcast is messing with me. Anyway, it might be. As y'all can see, we have some special guests with us on the show tonight. Yes, you think it might be UT? It might be. So you probably should log out and come back still. If it's me, I'm gonna have to call Xfinity.
I hear you. I just T froze.
T has frozen, so it's probably T. So I'm gonna go ahead and she'll be back with us shortly. Okay, I see it. Let me try that again. So as you can see, we do have a special guest with us on this show. They actually are not new people. They have been with us a number of times. I think the first time that we met them was like 16, 17. I'll bring it up again that I was pregnant when I met them. And they are a family. So why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
My name is Tanisha Jackson.
And I'm Aisha Jackson.
And we Yag Elite.
Oh, why is that cute though? Why is that really cute? So we are gonna talk to them. They are gonna put us down with what? Hip hop, what's happening with female hip hop, things that are happening on the shore as far as with hip hop and many more things. So stick around for that. Ayoka just kind of dipped off, so I'm rolling solo for like a second. So make sure that y'all support our sponsors. They are at the bottom. They are ticking. We do have ad space available. We have $10 ad space available. So make sure y'all hit us up just so that we can get that in. Remember that this is Black History Month. So support a Black business. You should already be doing that anyway. But make sure that you support our Black businesses this month. And just everybody be safe, especially with COVID going on. So I think that's all I got to give right about now, because this is usually T's part. So this is how you can kind of tell when people don't pay attention, because this is usually T's part. Make sure that you like and follow us on our Facebook and on our Instagram, and that you follow our YouTube page at XTY and also on our Instagram. So let's get this show started. So I figured that since we were talking about hip hop, that we would start off with hip hop gossip, some hip hop rumors, and we would kind of get in, we would get into the show for today. So I know that we're all aware of what's happening with the drama with Tiny and T.I. Have y'all heard about that yet? Are you shaking your head because you drama? All right. So we all know about the drama. We are aware about what's going on with it. So for those that are not aware, they are being accused. They are being accused of sex trafficking, drugging women, holding women against their will. It's like a slew of other things that are happening. They are currently in a beef with a next friend by the name of Sabrina Peterson, who's basically saying like all of these things happen. They are responsible for it. She actually has a page on Instagram where she started posting a bunch of testimonials from women that are saying that they were a part of this and just like everything. I kind of go back and forth because anytime that I hear that sort of rumor, I don't always want to believe it. Especially because, like, as a female, you don't want to doubt that something really happened to another female, and you don't want to not give them the benefit of the doubt about things. You know what I mean? So I just kind of want to get y'all opinion. What do y'all think? How do y'all feel? Hi, T.
Hey.
As far as that subject, like I always say, like we don't really know what happened. Like we don't know. So I don't really
Yeah,
give no input on people's life. They was having fun and partying. And that's the ex friend. Not how it can
doing
be
everything else.
sometimes with ex
Yeah,
friends. But not saying that that's what happened, and not saying that they did it. You get what I mean? I
yeah,
really don't know how to think about that.
yeah,
I'm a Ti fan and I'm a fan of Tiny, but I am
yeah,
also with the women, the Me Too. Like, yeah, so I understand both sides, but I'm not gonna. Nah, I don't know.
Because you would hope
yeah,
that they didn't do anything like that and they were just having fun and maybe somebody got carried away and just got mad or whatever. Now they trying to go a little bit too far with it and put their business out there. But
yeah,
hopefully it didn't happen, but we don't know. We don't
yeah.
know.
We were just talking about the Ti and the Tiny situation. T, do you have any thoughts on that?
So are we saying, I thought it was several women that were
It's
involved in that
several women.
situation.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I wouldn't put it past it because I'm all into conspiracy theories, right? So I definitely wouldn't put it past them. I mean, what would make them exempt from, having that type of lifestyle? I mean, but they were underage women because I
they
had the
were
story up,
underage.
but
No,
I
I
can't
They
didn't
look at it
were
see
under.
again.
y'all said underage. I didn't see underage.
They
I think
weren't.
Yeah,
they was
So they
still
were
like
all
19,
consensual
18.
adults.
Yeah, they was still
yeah.
grown. It wasn't
I'm saying
kids,
wrong.
no kids. He ain't do no R. It wasn't no R. Kelly's and nothing going on.
And so these women are basically saying that they drugged them. Tiny is the ringleader, right? Of the whole
That
situation.
she,
I think a lot of them was saying that in order to stay in the house, you had to pop the mollies or the E's.
Oh,
Okay, then my
wow.
next question is, why don't you just leave? Like, you know?
and just get it a
So
yeah.
I don't know. I gotta,
It makes you
I
question
don't know.
people's integrity when it comes to this, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. Because, they're celebrities and, females do anything for the celebrity. So
right.
I don't always know. I don't know.
And that's my
Yeah.
whole thing too. It's just
Mhm.
like, why would you put yourself in that situation if you knew? You know, even if you didn't know at the gate, if you're saying, "Hey, you got to pop these mollies," if this is not something that I do, and I know if I pop a molly, that's going to lead me to want to do something. You know what I'm saying? Something else might go on after that. Like, why you got to
There's
drug me?
something
Like,
not
what's getting
right.
ready to happen? Exactly. I'm
Right.
gonna consciously be like, you know what, this might not be for me. But of course, like you said, everybody always has their own personal game. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do this. They might have was down for it in the beginning, but then it could have got a little rough.
Mhm.
And then you see it as an
And I always
opportunity.
ask the question, like, is T.I. getting ready to do something big? Because, that's always my conspiracy theory. Look how they did
When
Bill
they
Cosby.
talk,
You get what I mean? So is he
yeah,
doing something that we don't know about and they trying to get him out the way? Because they do that to a lot of our black men. So it's
yeah.
like, I have to know, like, the backstories. He trying to buy your company. He try to buy some big stocks because when they start trying to buy a little big, they start chopping them
Things
down.
come out. But see, with this, I'm sorry for cutting you off. The screen kind of froze. I thought
I
you were
was
done.
done.
I'm sorry, Tanisha.
I was done. I was
Oh,
done.
okay, good. All right. No, I was just going to say, with this situation, it's not. I don't even think it's about anybody buying anything. Or like him making moves. From what it seems like, it seems as if him and Tiny fell out with the person that started this, which is Sabrina Peterson. They were friends. They are no longer friends. And whatever ended the friendship and whatever wherever the animosity started from, this is where it's ending at. And this is where the accusations are coming in. Like, literally, this is one woman that has set out on a whole entire like crusade. So
Wow.
they even put on some of the blogs, because I do follow a lot of the different social media blogs. A lot of the blogs are saying that a lot of the actual testimonials that she shared were actually false. That people were sending them in because they were trying to see if she was actually going to post it. And she did. So a lot of the things, they don't have any merit to them. They don't even have like a person behind it backing it up. So it's kind of one of those things where it makes you wonder if this is something that people have to deal with when they become famous. Do you have to worry about when you actually get to a certain point in the business? Well, you have to worry about this happening to you if you upset somebody, you aren't friends with somebody. Is this what it's going to come to? You know what I mean? Because it is very, very dirty, and it's a situation that it never leaves you. You know, fortunately, with like people like R. Kelly, you know, the accusations were made, and then they actually had people that backed it up. So that was different. But with the situation, you are basically going by one person. So it's just really sad. It's just really sad. I mean, I hope that's not true, because I really am a T.I. fan, you know, and that's what y'all doing. So I don't know.
That does it does lead you to that question of wondering, like, okay, is this what is the goal behind this? And just to think that it's so many people out here that are that, I mean, I guess desperate to assassinate somebody's character just for a buck. You know what I'm
saying? Now she got attention. Not saying that she's not telling the truth. We don't know what's going on, but it brings attention.
Yeah, and it's negative attention on top of that. So,
but if
you know, they don't care about none of that. That don't matter no more.
It don't.
Nah.
And her Instagram is probably popping. That Instagram is popping now. That list is popping, you know, and it may even be, and not saying that she's lying, because I don't want to say that, you know, because I don't want to believe that somebody would do that. That is that's basically a label that never leaves a person. When you are accused of molestation, just any type of sexual act to that extent, that always follows you. You know, you will have at least one or maybe a handful of people that will probably side eye a person when they actually walk by, like, yeah, you know, they be doing so and so to women. So, you know, I would hope that it's not true, but then I'm hoping that it's not true, that you're just making this up to ruin these people's lives, because it just, and it costs money and everything. So I wish them the best. I just kind of talk about that, because
it look like they've been friends, like weren't they friends for a little bit, like a little while?
All of them were friends. Like, they were friends like when I went, because I subscribed.
So you know all the secrets. You probably telling the secrets.
That's what I'm wondering, because I went and followed. I went onto the girl's page, and there's a picture with her and Tiny from, like, I want to say like 18 or 19, and she's actually calling our family like, this is family, like, this is who I rock with. I'm sitting there like, how do you go, you know, to,
because she didn't get what she wanted, and you know how females do. They gonna straight put you on blast as soon as they not getting what they want. I mean, that might be their lifestyle for real, but you know what I'm saying? It's still their business at the end of the day.
And
but
that's their business, like, that's their private. Yeah, then it's their private life. Like,
now, if they're private, hold on. If they're private life, if they going about it the legal way, you want to give somebody Molly's and let them get high and sentence, if that's what they want to do, fine. You know, you want to tell somebody, if you want to be in this party, this is what you got to do, as long as you don't violate them. That's their business. But when you get somebody's being violated, and you are getting a very, very person that is sitting there like, well, I really want to party with y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and take this Molly and trust that y'all are not going to do anything to me. and you do
Mhm.
something different. That's everybody's business. Because I would tell it,
Right.
I wouldn't do is sit there and watch it, and then when I get mad, that's what I'm telling. Like
Right.
that's telling everything. Like you should have told
Yeah.
that when you first saw it happen. Like that's what I have an issue with. So
Yeah.
I don't
All
know.
I can
It
say
just
is they better start getting that paperwork signed like Candy and Ty be doing,
because she be suing
so
and
they
doing
don't
a
have
cease
no
and
problems.
desist.
They better start getting that paperwork signed.
Yes, because she will do them those cease orders and those gag orders quick. Like no, 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 no. You about to be sued. Say it again so I can sue you. Oh yeah. All right, so let's get in. Let's get into the show for the day. It's wonderful to have y'all back. I think the last time we had y'all, it's been a minute. Like it's been a minute. I want.
We was on a radio minute, like
Yeah, we haven't had y'all here in a
is that like
minute.
3, 4, how many years? Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Like
a while.
4 years ago.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
We have
about
done
4
a
Like
years
yeah,
lot
ago.
of work with you guys. A lot.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think the last time we had them, Mood Jack was probably coming out. I think she came out with the video, and that was like her
that was
first.
her first video. Yep.
Oh my
So
gosh,
it's
she's been
been a
so
Remember when
busy.
while.
Grace
It's
was
been
all
a
little again? It's been a long
yeah.
time.
I know she got some lymph now. I saw a picture of her. I said, "Oh, I thought you got some lymph in them lots." All right. So what has been going on? What has been going on with y'all?
But we still managing Bam. We still managing Moo. Bam actually have her own clothes, the Yoga shirts,
Okay.
and then she's also doing they hustlers. So then she's also got the dinners. She's selling the dinners, and she also got
Selling
she's
dinners.
doing the party. Bam, and she's doing the party promotion, like the party promotion
Wait
bus
a
stuff,
minute.
and she, huh?
Wait a minute. This is not hip hop. Selling dinners. What kind of, we didn't know about that. Like what kind
Yo,
like
listen,
Let me find out.
check this out, right?
She get cook?
It's Corona, right?
yeah,
It's Corona, right?
yeah.
We can't go in the club. She can't go host events and stuff. You got to find another way to make money. So Bam is a hustler. All that stuff go together. Even in entertainment, don't you want to eat?
I know
Don't the
that's
celebrities
right.
want to eat?
Yes.
Everything goes in together. She's not doing nothing that's to the left. That's just a way to
Yeah.
keep income coming in through her shirts, her food. And she's doing her interviews and stuff on Instagram Live. So she's been moving. And then she also got her own business right now. She got the
That's
Bam
what's
Bam
up.
production. So
Okay.
yeah, so we just find other ways to make money. Y'all know how DH move. How DH move, she a hustler. She might be
DH
into
got
a little
about
bit of
I
six
about
everything.
to say I
things.
know.
Yeah. And that's what we put ourselves around, like, hosting events where you going to make your money from.
Right.
Come on, everybody
Right.
quarantine in.
Yeah, you
You
can't do
still
none of
gotta
that.
make an income.
Yeah.
I'm
The
still stuck on
same
the
thing with
dinners. I'm
you.
like, let's talk about this food.
Right. Listen, because you be not on Clubhouse. I
And she
was
got
like,
good food.
this.
Y'all gotta go follow her. It's Bam Bam Foreign on
They're like
Instagram.
cuisines. They're not like dinners.
Like
They're
she be
like
doing
cuisines.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I need
Like
some
we had
keto type food made up. So I definitely
I
gotta
need some
holler at
meat
Yeah.
you.
and veggies. Like,
anybody listening, just go follow Bam. It's Bam Bam Foreign on Instagram, or you can go on our page on Instagram and just click the link because she is in our bio. But yeah, she be having the dinners on Wednesdays and
hustling.
Sundays.
Where did so you could just go and pick them up, or you could just order them and
Yeah,
just
yeah, you can just order and pick them up. It's pre-orders. You get
you
whatever
need to get
you
us
get,
some
but you
dinner
can just
tea.
order and
You need to
pick
get
them
us
up.
some dinner tea.
You know I'm with it. She
You
trying
need
to
to we
send
need
me.
to put us
She
And
trying to
it's
send
some
me to
good
the market
food.
to
I'm
cook.
telling you, we
I'm
had
like,
the
hold
shrimp.
up,
What
we
was
got
they? The chicken pineapple bowls with shrimp in it, the
Yeah.
sausages and stuff. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah.
Well, I can't eat the shrimp, but yeah, we're gonna have to get that.
somebody.
Oh, we coming, bam, bam, we coming. All right. So
And as far as move, well, she another hustler. Well, she graduated from college in November.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, so she
Yes.
finally
Okay.
finished with college. She's got her own record label and she have her own publishing company. Legit. You know how people be saying, I got a record company, I got it. No, it's legit LLCs.
Okay.
She also got her own clothing. Hey, Mo. Bring me one of them sweatshirts. But she got her own clothing. She got her own clothing line too. So she's been focusing on a lot of the clothes. She also got
Yes.
the credit repair. So she help you with your credit repair, teach you and show
So,
you how to get lines of business. If y'all want to get in shape, she also, she graduated from school with the exercise science degree. So she also be doing the personal training.
Yeah.
So
moving
Yeah.
around
TY,
here.
she's definitely for you. She'll get you right.
Yeah.
I know
She's
I
been
need
in
it.
here with us. She got us eating healthy and everything. So yeah. And she's teaching us a lot about the credit and the business sides and how to get a line, a business line of credit. Stuff that we had no clue about. So she's teaching us a lot.
Yeah.
But it feels good when your child's bank account it feels good when your child's bank account is better than yours.
Yes.
Move
Okay.
running
But these
around
are
here.
the clothes right here.
Move.
You like? Oh yeah, that's nice.
I like that. That's cute. We gotta get one more. Why we ain't know that you was selling
I know, right? And I thought we
sweatshirts
talked
and
about
hoodies. Doing all this stuff. This is a lot. Like when we met Moo Jack, wasn't she like a freshman? Or she might have been a freshman or
Yeah,
just
she was a
Yeah,
freshman in college.
because my son is 3. So this was a long time. Like she wasn't even 1 yet. She was still a minor. Like I remember y'all were sitting there drinking and she wasn't able to because she was still I wasn't able to because I was pregnant. So I know everybody in that room that was partaking in the alcohol when I
the
couldn't.
substances.
Right, because I was drinking water and I was mad. But
When
what
she got the cow, I'm showing it right. It's doing it.
for
there we go.
Moo Jack for Moo?
Oh
The
look,
Bring it
movement.
the
back.
cow on it.
That's
That's
cute.
nice.
Why didn't
Yeah.
anybody
Do you
else
see this? Okay.
say? You see my face in?
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody know about any of that? So y'all just waiting
No,
until
they look to the page, and
Dropped
it's
it
crazy
all
part
on us.
is,
Sweatsuits.
the whole clothing line.
A whole clothing
yeah,
line.
Yeah.
the movement collection.
Well, why
Yeah,
wouldn't
you got
I'm trying to think if we are following each other on Instagram.
I think
I
I
I
think
thought
see
we
you
are.
all the time. I be liking your stuff. I could have swore I was following you. Did you
come
change
on.
your name
I'm
again?
about
Are you talking about
no.
Momo? Are you following him?
She
Did I
follow. I
change my
believe
name?
that we all following, but
Yeah,
I'm
she
about
always
to go
changes
and
her
You
leave.
do
name.
change your name 1,000 times. Don't you change your name 1,000 times? I be looking, I be like, oh, that's her. Okay.
I'm about to go and leave a nasty message because I had no idea.
Yeah, she
So
got
yeah,
her
I'm
own
about to
IG
leave.
too. It's
Oh
called
yeah,
the
because
Movement Collection.
I'm following her. I'm looking at Mood Jet, the CEO, right?
Yeah, look underneath for that. You should be able to click in her bio to the Movement Collection.
Yeah, because I'm leaving a nasty message saying that I had no idea about, and I appreciate you going to you and you want,
Yeah,
and
because
then
she sells
your
kids
mothers
too.
and
She
your
got
sons
kids
coming on here.
sweatsuits too.
Oh yeah, she got the kids sweatsuits too.
See why I
And
know.
y'all know the crazy part? She's been selling them everywhere but Maryland for real. Like Texas, Jersey,
Okay.
Florida. Like they've been selling everywhere. Not really here.
Yeah, I'm
So
definitely following
yeah,
her.
yes, I'm very very proud. So do you think that? So I know with you two, let's run it back. To what the A&R gods do. Can you just break that down? Because we may have somebody that's watching for the first time who doesn't know who you are and just are not sure about the A&R portion. I didn't really know until I had a conversation with y'all when I first met y'all because I had no idea like what A&R do.
Well, we basically, once we get an artist, we just try to develop them, bring them into who they are. Because sometimes, you get artists and they just can sing or rap, or they think they can sing or rap and have everything going, but they don't even know what the business side of it is, or what it is to be an artist and perform and bring in a crowd and do the promotion part and the marketing and all that. So we just try to groom a new artist into getting to that next level.
Okay.
And if they and just guide them in different directions and connect them with different people.
Okay. And how long have
Our main goal is to make sure that you get what I mean, create an income. So it's not really all about the music because you're really not making money off the music if you're thinking about streams. So we just try to find the other ways to create an income, create businesses and ownership. So it's not just about the music, it's about ownership. Y'all know everybody we dealt with owns something. Even Drea with the studio right now, Bama doing the meat stuff. Like everybody owns something.
Okay.
They got their stuff in order. Do y'all help with like the business part of like the contracts and all of that? And I'm only asking because I remember one day I was talking to Tanisha. I don't know where we were. We might have been somewhere drinking. I don't remember. You were fussing about an artist that signed a 360 deal, and like you went in, and that was the first time because I didn't know what a 360 deal is. I was like, well, what is, like, what is that? And you explained it like, this is what it is, and this is what it shouldn't be, and they should have never signed that. And like you explained it to me, but I had no idea. So do y'all actually sit down with artists and just sort of tell them, hey, if you have to sign a contract, this is what you should be wary of, and this is why you shouldn't sign it, and this is why you may want to sign it?
If I could, yes. The 360 deals is not a good look because they get a piece of everything. See, think about everything you do, right? They get a piece of everything you do. Everything you do. So that means if you decide like Moo got the clothing line, Bam cooking food, all of the label get a piece of all of that. Say your mama opened a company and you help put that money up, the label get a piece of that. So that
Because
360
my name is on it.
360. Yeah, I get a piece of everything. But if I could tell artists anything, I would say create your own label and sign yourself. The reason why when they come to do business with you, they're not doing business with the artist. They got to take the company.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's a lot.
It's definitely, I know I was going to say it's definitely dope to have that support and backing, because a lot of artists come into the industry and really don't know, that aspect of the business, and then end up getting literally, I don't want to say the word, but getting messed over at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm like, I'm sitting up here thinking of myself like, man, I wonder if it's like different managers or some type of thing for people who aren't artists. And I'm thinking like, do you guys work with other people who aren't in the music industry, or is it just strictly on this platform?
Well, I think it's entertainment.
Anything that's entertainment.
Yeah.
So if I'm like
a
YouTube,
is a host. She don't rap or sing or anything. She's a host and she does radio.
Okay. Oh, okay. So like radio personalities. If I'm a YouTube enthusiast,
entertainment, anything, actors, like anything that's dealing with entertainment.
You there to help them, and I would say, and that's probably the biggest part. Is that something somebody that is just starting off really needs, especially somebody that has their best interest at heart, versus somebody that may have been in a business for versus working with somebody that has been in the business for a very long time. They just never got a good shot. A person that doesn't have a lot of knowledge would need people like you all. They actually can trust you, and they know, like, I'm not going to tell you nothing wrong. I'm not going to try to take your money. I'm not going to try to steal from you. I'm not trying to do any of that. I just want to make sure that you are taken care of and that you find a lot of success, because I was just watching Unsung a couple of nights ago, and there was a group on there that all of us know, and they talked about how they had this big rise, then they just fell because they didn't have the right people in their ear. Their label got a lot of money and they got a little bit of money, and at the end of the day, they don't have a deal now. They have nothing except for hits, but that's not going to pay.
I don't blame the label. I no longer blame the labels. I don't blame the label. I blame us as people. Anything that you're doing in business, you should know the business. At the end of the day, it's the music business. I don't care that you got the hottest song. Like, that don't matter. You can have the hottest song, but if you don't understand the business, two of y'all could have had the same hottest song, but this person got way more money because he understood the business. That's the biggest problem with I think with the music game. People think just because they can rap or they can sing or I can do this, I can do that, but Nobody takes out the time to learn the business. If you in the streets, right? Sometimes you have to break it down like this to the rapper guys. If you in the street and somebody give you a pack, but you never been in the streets before, you don't know how to hustle. But you got this same dude over here, he got a pack. He know the streets. He know the hustle. Y'all
Break
got
it
the
down,
same
yeah.
pack. You got some good shit. Everybody know you in the city, but you don't know the business. But everybody saying your name. Nobody's saying this guy's name, but he done made way more money. You know why? He know the business. And until people understand that, like you got a good artist, music go harder than anybody. But then you got this artist, his music is garbage. But because he took the time out to learn the business and learn how to make money off of it, not just streaming, to make money off of it, he can take it to the next level. That's why you look at different artists, you like, okay, this guy is here. Why he raps better than him, but he's here. It's because he took the time to understand the business. If you look at Lil Baby, he came in, yeah, he was with Quality Control, but he had his own business. I hate to say this, but he ended up making more money than the Migos. Migos complaining about their contracts. He not complaining because he knew the business. Master P never complained about his contracts because he knew the business. Once people learn the business, you will be great. But until you do that, you're gonna be doing the same thing. And you wondering why it's not going nowhere. You're spending all this money in the studio and all this time, but you're not putting no marketing and promote. People don't even know what BDS and sound scanning is. How you call yourself an artist if you don't even know what them two things is?
I don't know what it is. I'm not. I don't know what it is. Listen, when she said it, I was like, I don't even know. Yes, it is. So,
but you don't rap and you don't sing, so you don't have no purpose.
I know.
But everybody talking about like,
what it
I want
is.
radio play. I want the radio to play my music. I want radio play, but you don't even have the business to get the radio play. People don't have copyrights. They don't have none of that. So you wonder why you can't even go into business and talk about putting in a rotation. You can't go get TV placements, movie placements because your business ain't done. You think because you being lied, your business part is done. It's way more to it than that.
Yeah.
It's a lot to this business. Woo.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it literally is a lot to the point where I'm sitting here like.
Woo. Now let me ask you a question because I know we're in COVID and everything, but have you still been able to really set some goals for yourself coming into 2021 and where you see Yag Elite going or what it is that you're trying to do? Because eventually we're gonna be coming out of COVID, hopefully.
Yeah.
So what's in store?
Well, we're gonna try to redo some things and get into the talent scouting and do it ourselves because we're already in a talent agency right now, but because a booking agency, but because of the COVID, it's been no performances anywhere. We can't book anybody for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So of course it got our mind to thinking, why don't we just do it ourselves? Just with our own business instead of working for somebody else. We know so many people and so many people come to Tanisha all the time and she's always helping people and doing things. So that's what we're going to work on right now in 2021.
So we're going to take everything and bring it together. The A&R, the management, the artist development, the publishing, like we're going to bring it all together. I need for one thing, so to be a one-stop shop.
So we do have a question actually, because we were talking about the whole label and everything. We do have a listener a viewer that actually wanted information about how to actually start your own label and like all of that, the funding involved and how that happens.
I actually went through the lawyer and let him take care of that side because you got to think about it. We're in the music business, but now we talking lawyer and paperwork. That's a whole nother side that, legal side that we don't know what them words mean and what we talking about. So we sat down with the lawyer when it came to Mook starting her publishing company with Paul Garner. So Paul is actually the one that set up the company, set up the article of business, did everything that we had to get done for that. So he set it up for us. And then Mook, where she's an artist, she just signed herself. So she ended up being the first artist for her own label. But it was just pretty simple as starting the LLC and creating the company. But I always say go through the lawyer.
And he's the contract doctor on Instagram.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, speaking of just labels and everything else, I wanted to ask you about like any up and coming artists that you may be working with like right now. And then also because there are a lot of different female hip hop artists that are, emerging now. I'm 42. I rarely listen to 92Q. A lot of the music that I listen to now is like the 80s, 90s, and early like 2000 like hip hop because that's what I like. I do like
Honestly,
trap never changes. I just adjust to it. But what do y'all think about that? Because there's a lot happening with music changing, and y'all are doing y'all thing. So how?
I'm gonna say this, and I don't have a problem saying this. I hate mainstream music when it comes to the female artists right now. I hate it.
Mhm.
I don't think is nobody's talking about nothing. Like it's all of our day about effing a nigga, giving some head, beating him for his cash. Like that's all you see they pushing. Like I need more substance. And you got great artists. You got like Asian Doll. You got Miley. You got like a lot of great artists out there that is not rapping about that. I can't relate to that shit. So I ain't vibing with it. Like every time you come around, and then the stuff, the music is garbage to me. Like a lot of the music is garbage. Like, come on, like the city girls and stuff. Like, and let me just be quiet because maybe it's some things I should say.
But it's so interesting because I was
Like
really gonna ask the same question.
the female music is not where it should be. You got to think we came from female hip hop. Little Kim talked about a lot of freaky shit, but
she talked about some
had
good
other
shit too. Yeah.
You get what I mean? So it's like I come from, the Eves. They might have talked that freaky, but they had hits.
Yeah.
Like, and then they're
Yeah.
allowing these new females to take these classic hits and turn them into garbage songs to me. Because some of these hits shouldn't be done over. They're classics.
Yeah. Yeah, they shouldn't be.
But
Yeah.
think about it. We had Lauryn Hill. Like, we had great music. Like, Missy Elliott. Come on. Like, it was great music. But it's great music now. Like, is a person called Young Devin. I'm in love with her music, but you don't hear them talk about it. Asian Doll, everybody's talking about her again because of King Von, but Asian Doll got that music. Like, everybody is not pimping a dude or trying to work a dude out of his money. Like, females is bosses, get to the bags. I want to hear about relationship stuff. Females done been locked up. Why ain't you talking about what you went through when you was locked up? Like, I want more.
Yeah.
Music is life. Life is music. So you should be talking about your life.
Yeah.
Hey, not to say that maybe that's not their life, but you got some other stuff going on. Megan got a whole college degree. We ain't never heard her talk about nothing with college. Ever.
Not at all. Not at all. But
it wasn't saying nothing, but I was killing the college parties. And I was getting up studying later. Just some little shit like that. Because I think the kids we can give them that music, but give them that real life stuff. That's why I'm a J. Cole fan, Kendrick Lamar, the people that's telling stories.
But do you think that's just something dealing with mainstream period? Because now everything has been so oversaturated with sex. It's like this is how you get into the entertainment business, or how you get the attraction that you're trying to get is to be what's over sexualized. So
Cardi came into the game and her music was not over sexualized. If you think about Cardi's first album, she had some hits on there. It's like now they're trying to do that to her. Like her music wasn't never. Cardi had that gangster music. It wasn't really talking about no WAP and all that type of stuff.
I don't remember.
She had that gangster music.
Even in her mixtapes before she dropped
gangster music.
Before she dropped that, like her mixtapes, like I downloaded her mixtape before they even announced that she was coming out with an album. Before what's that song? These are red bottoms, whatever the song is. Before that actually hit waves, her mixtapes are like like they weren't trash. Like I remember pulling up to
Not at all. And that's what I said.
and
Even if we go
sitting
back
in
to the Nicki Minaj's, when she first started, Nicki Minaj music wasn't always about like that type of music. She had hits, she had pop songs, she had music, she had a catalog. It's okay to talk about that type of stuff, but let's talk about the other stuff that's women are going through. And I ain't
Diversify
saying
it.
be
Hell
no
yeah.
conscious rapper,
Right, but just
but
diversify it a little bit.
yeah,
yeah. Do you think that a lot of the women too that are in hip hop now because they so this is the thing they talk about a lot of the things that mainstream likes, right? But then some of them they talk about it a whole lot, and then you hear them say like, yeah, I used like Megan Thee Stallion is different. Like I've never heard her have this ratchet past. Like you said, she has a degree, like all of this other kind of stuff. But then you hear about ones like City Girls that had this ratchet background. You know what I mean? When do you think that they know how to separate their music from that street life, or they just sort of bring it in and it just kind of like they kind of lose they aren't really like authentic because they're making their music based upon the world wants, but you know what I mean? Like I hope I'm saying it right. I'm trying to figure out a way to question, but just they don't have any type of separation. There's no separation between their music and just streets. Yeah, just being street. Just there's no separation.
with City Girls. You
Just
saying with City Girls or rappers
no,
overall?
just females, just female rappers. Period. Do you think that there's a separation with them and their music? Meaning they make their music based upon the way that they are, or they make it based upon mainstream. Am I saying that
I
right?
think they make it based upon mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
based
there's
upon
no
mainstream.
separation. Okay. Do
Because
you
that's the
think
way
that?
the labels want them to be. It may not
Okay.
necessarily be who they are, even
And
though
that's
that's not how they should bring themselves in it. You should still be who you are, but the labels want a woman to be a certain way. That's just
yeah.
like with gay women. Like who was it? What's her name?
Bezos.
Yeah, they wanted her to dress all sexy and stuff, but
And
that
then
wasn't
who?
really
And it
wasn't
kind
her
of messed up her
image.
brand.
Yeah, she was a
Who?
tomboy like
Bezos.
Dej.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
but
just
when she
telling somebody
got back
that.
to her boyishness, she was more comfortable. Say that
Oh
again.
wow.
Yeah.
I said I was just telling somebody that too because back in the day with my old business partner, she was a musician, she sang and stuff like that. But we used to go to different places for her to perform. But we ran into a mainstream producer at one point and we went in the studio and everything, but they wanted to change her whole image and to make it to something that was more of, sexual. Like they wanted her to be extremely sexy. I mean, she already was extremely sexy and very sexual, but they wanted to take it over the top. But her music was more
Right.
like on a, neo soul type basis versus what they were trying to do. And she was just like, I'm not willing to sell myself to do that. Like, this is not how I want to make music. That's going to take away from the joy of it. And she just ended up backing out of all of it and was just like, I'm just going to go ahead and just do my thing on my own at this point.
And she should have, because
Yeah.
that's why you probably see a lot of artists stressed out because they're not allowed to be themselves.
Right.
I mean, even if you go back to Whitney Houston, think about who Whitney was to us in the public eye, but who she really was behind closed doors.
Right.
Why couldn't Whitney gave us a little bit of ratchet music? You get what I mean? They wanted her to be.
Yeah.
They wanted her to be this. You get what I mean? She's an image.
Well put
She's a
together.
brand.
Yeah.
That's why I tell anybody when you go into this game, go in as yourself. That way you're not pretending to be anything that you're not.
Yeah. That's very, very true. That's very true. That's why I asked about. I know I was talking in circles, but that's why I asked about the separation, because some of them tell you that they live this life. This is where they from. This is what they do. So they're rapping from like the heart. So when they talk about money, sex, drugs, running through somebody's pockets, stealing and, like all of this stuff, what they lived. This is what they did. And then you looking at them like, you was really doing that? You know what I'm saying? And then you see ones that like Megan that has a degree, that got all of this stuff. And then you listen to her music and it totally contradicts a lot of what she's saying. So, yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I could be a female rapper during this time. I would make it. Like, I probably would make it because I don't have a way, because I don't know how to be anything but myself. Like, I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to just let somebody guide me to the point where I switched up my whole entire being.
That's why I really feel like a lot of artists is, I'm not gonna say all of them, but really abuse substances to the point that they do, just to be able to be comfortable to be or play that role. And I'm just saying, just from previous experience, you know, like I said, when I was with my old business partner, we used to have a label. We called ourselves Rockstar Management. It was so funny. We were young, right? So we were in our 20s. But just to know the lifestyle that we were living, then I can only imagine if you made it and you were big and in the industry to that degree. And we were literally every single day probably getting wasted 7 days a week and partying and stuff. So it's just like, this is the thing that you seem like you had to do just to be able to keep up.
And then you're young. And then when you get in them places, like they're giving it to you. So that's why you have to be prepared mentally before you even go into them spaces. Until a lot of times you got to protect your energy. That's why I like the fact what Master P did with Romeo. You never seen Romeo in anything if you pay attention. He never was into anything. He was getting to the bag, but you didn't really hear him getting into trouble. Because every time you look, Dad was right there guiding him. And then it was his family around him, his mom. You get what I mean? It was people that already been around you that got your best interests at heart. I think that's the biggest thing. You get a lot of people that's there for the money and not really there for the artist.
Right.
And that's how it gets them. That's how it gets them. So if there's an upcoming artist that really, really wants you to guide them, they want to work with y'all, how can they get in contact with you? I know we got it.
All of our contact information is on Instagram at Yag Elite _A&R Guides. So just click the contact and you can get in contact with us. But we do not, let's say this right quick. Up and coming artists, you do not need management. For one, you have nothing to manage. And I need for everybody to understand. A manager manages your business. They don't book your shows. They don't get you booked. They don't put you on interviews. We don't help you get it. We don't get you a job. We manage your business. And we might try to shop your music, but we manage whatever business that you have going on. You cannot say you need a manager when you ain't got no business. And just because you got a couple things on iTunes or YouTube or something, you don't need us yet. You need artist development first.
So what's the difference between that? So you learn something new. Talk to y'all. What is artist development? That's just making them an artist.
We help develop the artist. Like what you seen, like what we did with Moo, for instance. You see where she started, look where she is now. So it's like it's artist development. We teach you about your brand, how to use your brand. You notice everything say movement publishing, movement records, movement collection with the clothes, movement credit repair. We just building the brand, everything around the brand. So we teaching you how to build your brand, how to act in public, because these people don't even know how to do interviews. They come all high up. You know how we used to come to the studio professionally.
I don't know anything about that.
When we used to come to the studio with y'all, we used to be very professional, on time. You know when Drea, all of them used to bring them around.
Yeah. y'all were, I'm not even gonna say like y'all were always on point. Y'all were always on point. Everybody was in line. There were libations there, but y'all were pretty much
we good.
Yeah, everything was good. So that's what I'm saying. Like everything was good. So there wasn't a time that I can remember y'all visiting us and y'all leaving. I mean, we don't talk about our people like in a bad way, but me saying, yo, they was really fucked up this time. It was real tough. Like, I don't know what the hell was happened.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like all these
Yeah.
artists, like, how about when y'all do interviews and y'all get one answer questions? Like you ask a question and they just be like, yes.
You see me
You
too,
be
like
sitting up there like,
And they ain't got nothing else to say after that. So that lets
it'll
us
be
know.
like, we gotta pick people that got something to talk about. We can't.
I be
Yeah.
sitting there texting T like, we not doing this again.
Yeah. So it just be small things like that. How you should dress, what clothes, what is your style? What do you look good in? What are you comfortable in? Because people don't understand none of that. Like none of that part. I got to want to spend my money with you, so you need to look the part.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that is what's up. I'm glad to see that y'all are still doing this. That I'm extremely proud of Moo because, like I said, I remember when we first met her, she didn't have all this stuff going on. I'm still a little mad that we ain't know about all this. I'm still gonna leave her a nasty message like, "Well, but I'm just really, I'm just really, really happy that this is still happening and that y'all are still moving forward, especially during a time like now, especially with COVID, because we've never been through anything like this before. At least I don't remember ever, going through this. So a lot of times the things that make us happy and just having this interest, it kind of goes down the drain because you don't really know what to focus on because our lives are really different now. But I'm glad that y'all are still doing this. Do you have any artists that you're currently working with besides?
We're not working with any new
Well,
artists.
you know what
But
I mean, working.
there's a lot of artists on the Eastern Shore, and I think like the Eastern Shore is always overlooked. Like when you get on that other side of the bridge, I think my man was telling me it's like 6.9 million people just in the Eastern Shore. So and it's like we get overlooked a lot because when you think of Maryland, you think of Baltimore. When you think of Dover, you think of Wilmington. When you think of Virginia, you think of Richmond. You don't think about those small little towns that's
Yeah,
down there on the Eastern Shore.
Petersburg
Like
and
I
all that.
tell
You don't
people
think
all the
about that.
time, we're not the DMV. Like I tell myself this all the time. We're Delmarva down there. Like we're not the DMV. When we say DMV, when I used to think of the DMV, even though I know that's not what it was, I thought of Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, because we come from the Eastern Shore. On the Eastern Shore line, we have Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. So that's where the Delmarva come in at. But yeah, I think we're overlooked. There's a lot of artists out there. There's a lot of clothing brands. Like one of the clothing brands is NHP clothing brand, and that's called No Hate Policy. And then he also got the music out there, Lil Poncho. So he's doing his thing. Momo got the clothing line. She's still doing the music. They got the Active Hustler clothing line out there. They got the 448 Empire clothing line out there. It's like they're doing a lot out there, but nobody never paid the Eastern Shore. Even y'all thought that we was from Baltimore because we built so many relationships in Baltimore. And I had to stop and look. It's like, hold up, I got to start supporting more where we from. Because we are
Yeah,
from Maryland.
because that's your hometown. So you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Can you drop some names of some artists just so that we could be aware of them? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not from the Eastern Shore. I don't even like driving across I don't like the Bay Bridge. I don't drive across the Bay Bridge. When I do drive across the Bay Bridge, I'm not paying attention, and the only thing that I'm going down there for is for the ocean.
Ocean
Like,
City.
that's it. Right? You know what I mean?
Look,
Like that's just
everybody rides through us all the time to get
right.
to Ocean City.
You
It's
know.
just like
So
Salisbury. When you get over that bridge, we are the city.
yeah, like I don't know about any of that. So I'm completely when anything that goes on over that bridge except for the ocean. If you ask me about a restaurant, I have no idea because I'm just down there to go for the water and that's it. And I know the boardwalks. That's it. So can you drop some art? Let us know about a few artists that we need to.
Well, I'm gonna say Moo Jack first because she's from the
We
show.
already know
You got
about those.
you got Weaver.
It.
You got Weaver out there. You got 4019. You got Poncho, Lorzay, Dinky, Bush Miller Biggs, Poppy Lachey, City Baby, Trey Cash,
They
OTS
need to come on
Digital,
XCY.
Spotlight,
A lot of people.
Spotlight. You got Aaron Green, you got FNFH Joe, you got Almighty Rue, you got Dom, you got Tay Tiggs, Legacy. I'm gonna say that twice. Legacy, I'm gonna say that twice because she's a female artist and she got them bars, bar bars, bars. And I always think like when the shore she overlooked, but legacy. I'm gonna tag y'all in her with her later. You got this girl named Nisha, Reach LA, DDE Lil Rock, Bonnie, DDE Kwani, DDE Freaky. You got Legacy, 401 Watt, Q Hefner. There's a lot of us, and then the DJs, like we got a lot of like younger up and coming DJs. Like we got DJ N1, DJ Karan, DJ China Doll, DJ Wheezy, DJ Smiley, and these are all younger people that I'm naming because you got the older guys that've been doing it for a while. So I'm trying to look at the younger crew because that is hip hop.
That's what needs to.
And then I want to say to the youth out there though, y'all have to stop. You got to separate the music from the streets. And I only say this because we have a lot of talented artists that are locked up right now. Like Free Baby Wall Street, Lil Bip 2 Times, Baby 9, Wando. These are super great artists that then got caught up in the system. So it's like we have to remember that now in the state of Maryland, they can take your lyrics and use them against you in the court. So it's like we got to keep the guns out the videos. We got to be smarter with what we doing.
I don't understand that.
The street life. I understand it. We all, I've been there, done that, so I understand it. But you have to move in silence. You cannot mix the two. Gucci said him and T.I. was chilling in the studio. He was making big money. Fiends coming in and out of the studio. T.I. looked at him and told him, "Nigga, what are you doing? You can't do both. You can't do both. They're gonna come and get you. You see how they're locking the artists up back to back. We got to think smarter, you guys. We have to think smarter. Real street dudes move in silence. You don't need to be putting all the stuff on Instagram. I don't know when we start selling drugs on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, come on, the police is looking. The police is looking at
just showing yourself smoking
they
weed.
Show the guns. They show the guns like They show the guns like I was strolling. You know how some
we have to stop. They locking the guys up for that. I seen an episode the other day where they didn't even find the gun, but they strolled down his page and matched the gun off of his page. And then they went and seen something that he said and they used it in court and the boy got life. I mean, this was a TV show, but I'm just saying this is what's going on.
No, you're absolutely true because like I was saying, like I was scrolling through Instagram and I stumbled upon this page and it was somebody, I mean, they were sitting there rolling their weed up and they sitting there smoking and I'm like, why would you do that on Instagram? Maybe you don't care, but your page is public. So anybody can see it because I just saw it. Like if that's what you're going to do, then that's what you do. But why would you sit and just do this like out in the open? And you live in the state of Maryland, and the amount of weed that you have on that I'm looking at is not within the legal amount. So you're going to go to jail. You know what I mean? But they don't have any, but they don't have any separation, and it's sad because they don't realize that one mistake, you won't have a future. You're going to be in jail for the rest of your life, and it's not worth it.
And I understand the smoking and stuff. We like to smoke. Everything is not meant for social media. Like
exactly.
Everything is not meant for social media.
Right.
And that's the thing.
You get what I mean? They're not just putting that up there. TIs and the people that do, you don't never see them just out there. You hear it in their music, but you don't see it on their pages.
Yeah. Well, they need to make some wiser choices. And just remember, if you need assistance with the music industry and knowing what to do and how to do it and where to go, and you need that advice and you need that help, Yag Elite is there for you. Make sure you find you like them, and if you need them, make sure you contact them. They are very good people and they're trustworthy. We want to thank y'all for being with us this evening.
We want to thank y'all for having us
on this cold winter night, on this cold winter snowy night. I'm so over this snow. I'm so over it right now. I'll be glad when it goes the hell away. When time comes. as usual, y'all know when we end our shows, we leave on a positive note. Just something that, you know, people can take with them to sort of meditate or kind of think about, or just smile or laugh about. It doesn't matter. So y'all drop, you know, leave us with something good.
Got to say to my Black people, we need more ownership. That's my positive note. More ownership. More ownership. We need to own more stuff. Period. More ownership.
Yes.
Ownership.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I just say keep positive energy. You'll have positive
Yes.
things come your way.
I love
That's
that.
what I always try to start my day with, just having some positive energy, because I'll never know what I'm about to walk into.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. See, what you got to say?
I know. I was sitting here trying to think about it, but I guess I can gear it more towards happiness. Like, happiness is something you have to choose. You can't find it in anybody else. It's only found within yourself. So the next time you really, you know, just decide to choose yourself too. Like, you have to love yourself first, choose yourself first, and choose happiness. Be a vibrational match to what it is that you desire for your life and stick to that. Anything that is opposing what it is that you want for yourself is not in alignment. And I suggest that you find your happy place. And that's it.
Yes. My positive thing is, it's actually really good. I'm not gonna sing a rap. Y'all know I be trying. I think I can sing a rap all the time.
I be liking the songs though. It kind of just
I know, but right. But I was sitting here trying to think of a song and I couldn't think of one. I was like, damn, the song. But I couldn't think of a song that I have not sung or tried to rap in the past. So I just want to say, listen, life is not promised. You know, we got to start living for the moments because things happen. So listen, next week is not a promise. Tomorrow is not a promise. Use that PTO. Cuss them out. And we're not being the bigger person anymore.
We is not doing this in 2021.
We're not doing this. Stop it. This is something that I have always lived by. I use my PTO. I'm not the bigger person. I'm be petty, and I will cuss you out. Follow those. You'll be stressed. You will be happy. You will be on. Remember, use that PTO. Be as petty as you want to be, and there is nothing wrong with cussing them out and telling them how you feel. It's a lot better. I'm Tian.
I'm a Yoka T. Price.
And we over
Yeah, you.
This is Tee Why, y'all. Peace.
Peace.